Hare Krishna. I welcome back all the devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Sureshwar Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. We are from the group 1, that is sloga number 21 to 25. So
Okay.
I have taken the first sloga and others are taken one example we are going to say.
Yes.
Very first one, that is Adityana Maham Vishnu Aham Vishnu Jyotisham Reviram Shuman. This only I am going to take. So there are 12 Adityas. Of all the Adityas, I am the senior most of, or he is a controlling head. Surya is supposed to be the controlling head of all the shining objects or shining things. So again, you can say in the sky, there will be number of stars present and all are twinkling. But at the same time, Aditya is supposed to be the superior most, and that superior most is supposed to be Lord Krishna. Now at night, again, the shining will vary from day and night. Daytime, we can say that Krishna is the thing. Krishna is the shining object, and the same Krishna is supposed to be the eyes of Lord Krishna that is mentioned in Brahma Samhita. Similarly, at night, there will be moonlight seeing, and that is also bright at night. Even that is Lord Krishna alone, because it is part of sunlight, part of light only. But even that is giving us the life juice in all living entities, moon. That much only, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Jayanti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I am taking that word called Marichi. That is, Krishna is considered as a deity of controlling wind. And we are taking in the breath, we are taking in the air, and we are breathing out air. In each and every breath, Krishna is presented as in the form of air. Each and every breath is his gift and his mercy. I can understand this. Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Radha Vallavi Mataji. Yeah, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. We have taken, ours is from 26 to 30. We have taken 3 examples. Verse number 26. Devarsti Nam Cha Narada. Lord, he is, Narada Muni is a sage among the demons. Sorry, among the demigods. And he is the greatest devotee of Lord Krishna or Narayana. He has been traveling all across, giving Harinam to the materialistic people. Verse number 28. Denu Nam Asmi Kama Dhun. Of cows, I am Surbi cow. Again, the cow is, we say cow is our mother and it gives us the milk, plus all the devatas reside in the cow.
Yes.
Then 30th verse is talks about Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is he's Asura. He has born in the family of Asura, but he has been a great devotee of Lord Krishna. He has always been chanting and even teaching his fellow students or fellow mates how to chant and remember Lord Hari and Lord Narayan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Radha, okay. Dipti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, we were given, we were allotted this book number 3, 31 to 35. So there are a few opulences which are mentioned, like the Lord is the Akshara Onkara, Akara, the first letter, that the Dvanda Samas. Not only that, he is the beginning and the end, because the creation and the annihilation, as we understand, how from the Purusha Avtaras it happens. So that way he's the wielder of the weapons, the various seasons, out of the various seasons also he's Margashira. So one we have picked up, that is, I am the opulences, the 7 opulences, which are feminine by nature. So that is Kirti, Shrivak, Smriti, Meda, Dhriti, and Shama. So a person, when he becomes very glorious, that is one of the opulences, like the fame, fortune, fine speech, he automatically possesses them. When he does righteous activities, and when he's able to understand the various literatures, that is like when he's able to remember them, that is his memory, and when he's able to apply them practically, that is his intelligence, medha. And not only that, the Smriti, Medha, and then Dhriti. Dhriti is our determination, how we are firmly determined, like we have Sayatmika Buddhi, how much resolute we are in our determination. And then Shama, the quality of being equipoised in both the sorrow and the distress. So these are a few feminine qualities which the Lord mentioned that he is among women, he is these opulences which are present, he denotes that. And he is the Kala. I'm the all-devouring death, Kalo Asmi, as we will be covering in chapter number 11. That's it, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sarita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sarita Kapoor Mataji,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, we had 4 from 36 to 39. So 2 I will take and 2 Shri Priya Hari Mataji will take up.
Okay.
So, yeah. One is, the 4 ones are there from 36, the victory, which is Jaya, which is sign that Mataji will take up. Dhananjay, this means that Dhananjay, he says that I am the Arjuna. So in this, he tells that because amongst the Pandavas, Arjuna is called as Dhananjay, he collected the money for his brother, for Yudhishthir. So that is why he's the best of the men, and that's why Krishna is again the best of, represents the Krishna from the Pandavas, for the Pandavas. So that is called as Arjuna is called, that is why he's the greatest. And the second thing is, the third one is that the danda, that is punishment. And again, Mataji will tell about that. And then is a bijam. In 39, he says that the bijam, I am the origin of all. So whatever we all existence is there, material or non-material, is all from the Lord. And that shows that he's omnipotent. But it is there, everyone only we are, that exists because of the Maya, it's all been covered. So, but actually he exists in all the innate and inanimate material, all are living and non-living material. Hare Krishna. Then the 2 of them, Shri Haripriya Mataji will take.
Yeah. Okay. Shri Hari Priya Mataji,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
From Shloka 36, we are taking Jayo Asmi. So here, since Lord Shri Krishna himself is the victorious, because he is the manifestation, representation of victory. Wherever he is, there is victory, which is represented since the childhood of his activities, whatever transcendental pastimes he did since his childhood, whether it was the punishment given to Putana or Bakasur, Aghasur, or every demon who came, irrespective of the size, shape, and age, he was able to defeat them. And he is insurpassable and he is unsurmountable, which has been already proven by all the activities of the Lord Shri Krishna. And Shri Krishna himself was on the side of Arjuna, which represented that irrespective of the whatever the army, he did not have the Sena which was given towards Duryodhan's side. Still his success was ensured Arjuna's. Also the same way Prabhu had been already ensuring the success of all his devotees wherever wherever there has been a threat of demons or any kind of hindrance or obstacle or any kind of problem which has been coming. So Jayo Asmi represents that Lord Shri Krishna himself is Jayo.
Yes.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji.
And
Hare Krishna.
from 39 we will take Dandam, that is giving the punishment in the form of ensuring the safety, safeguard. Like for example, we'll take in the case of Bhakt Prahlad. So God himself ensured that those who are going against the dharma, or who are irreligious and who are not on the side of right, they shall be punished. So he is the punishment, whether it was offered to Duryodhan or it was given to Jarasandh, Jayadratha, or any those who have been immoral and those who have been going and committing crimes against, or I would say offenses against the women. So they all were punished by Lord.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
That's all. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Netravati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams.
Hare Krishna.
In verse 25, Krishna says, Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi. As there are 4 different types of sacrifices for different yugas, Satya Yuga penance, Tetra Yuga, the fire sacrifice, the Yoma Yajna, and for Dwapara Yuga, temple worship, deity worship.
Yes.
For Kali Yuga, it is clearly mentioned is chanting. Even Mahaprabhu says that Harinama, Harinama, Harinama Kevalam, Kalavnasteva, Kalavnasteva, Kalavnasteva Gatiranyata. So in that also, and here in Gita, Krishna clearly says is chanting, which is purest, which is simplest, and where there is no violence. And Krishna chooses that. So it's very much recommended. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So these all are different opulences of Lord Shri Krishna, which is explained in the Bhagavad Gita from text number 21 up to 39. So we can go through this elaborately when we have time later on. Now let us continue. Anybody like to read? Yeah, Radhavallavi Mataji.
When they are directly empowered, they are called incarnation. But when they are indirectly empowered, they are called vibhutis. Directly empowered incarnations are the Kumaras, Narada, Prithu, Shesha, Ananta, etc. As far as vibhutis are concerned, they are very explicitly described in the Bhagavad Gita in the Vibhuti chapter. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, empowered incarnation and the vibhutis, or indirectly empowered incarnation. Direct and indirect, the difference Srila Prabhupada is explaining here in Srimad Bhagavatam, that he is telling when directly empowered, that means they are the people who are giving the knowledge, the devotional service, and giving a example, the pastimes of the Lord. Such things are directly empowered by the Lord. And these are indirectly empowered, that means they are vibhutis. There may not be always transcendental activities, but the activity is very magnanimous, or it is very great, or it is something which is having the highest energy or highest opulence that we can see. So just like the example we can say, Nakshatranam Aham Shashi, or the Ashwatha Sarvavrikshanam. So all these things, Ayudhanam Aham Vajram. So these are, Vajrayudha is being used by Indra. So in this Vajrayudha, he is having the maximum energy or maximum powerful. It is very powerful, which cannot be defeated by anyone. In that way, that is the indirect way where Krishna has given the energy to such things, so that we can understand how powerful is Lord Shri Krishna and how much opulence he has. Because we are not directly able to see the opulence of the Lord, his transcendental opulences, Krishna is explaining here all his opulences which are visible to us, or which we can understand in whatever way, in whichever form we can understand. In that way, Krishna is explaining the opulences, his indirect opulences, which is called vibhuti. Sureshwar Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yad yad vibhudimat sattvam shrimad urjidam eva va tad tad eva gachatvam mama tejo amsha sambhavam mama tejo amsha sambhavam.
Continue.
Know that all opulent, beautiful and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Bhagavad Gita 10.41. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So overall, Krishna is telling whatever you see in this world, which is opulent, or which is very attractive, or which is very magnanimous, then understand that it is Krishna. So through everything, we can understand what is Krishna. So that is the final word that Krishna is telling. If we go on counting, there are so many things which are wonderful in this world. So anything that is wonderful, anything that attracts your attention, it all representing the opulence of Lord Shri Krishna himself. So that is the finally Krishna is telling here. Jayanti Mataji.
what need is that, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Bhagavad Gita 10.42. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here, finally, Krishna is telling, you cannot go on counting, because the opulences of Lord Krishna, they are unlimited. You cannot count those opulences. So in this way, any great opulent things, whatever are present, it all coming from Lord Krishna himself. So that is the conclusion what Krishna is giving here. Anybody would like to read this? Shri Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
The Lord here tells Arjuna that there is no point in understanding how things exist in their separate opulence and grandeur. He should know that all things are existing due to Krishna's entering them as super soul. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So Krishna is entering each and every living entity. If there is no Krishna's present, then there can't be any opulence. So in that sense, we can say it is all because of Krishna. Now, every living entity is able to do any kind of activity. It is because of Krishna. Krishna being in the heart, he is giving the life. He is protecting us. He is the one who is giving us energy for doing all the activity. So whatever we do, the final the cause of all the causes, Sarva Karana Karana, it is Krishna himself. So it is all opulence of Lord Krishna. Sarita Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
If, however, one thoroughly studies the different descriptions of the opulences and expansions of Krishna's energy, then one can understand without any doubt the position of Lord Shri Krishna and can fix his mind in the worship of Krishna without deviation. 10.42 purport. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. So in this way, what is the need of understanding all these things? Why we are analyzing all this? It is with the intention that we can remember Krishna always. So now we are taking the examples which are surrounding us, which we are able to see in our day-to-day life. And all these are opulences that is shown by Krishna. So when we act in the material world, among these things, just like when we see the sun, when we see the moon, we can remember Krishna. When we drink water, we can remember Krishna. So these all are becoming an instrument, or they are becoming a reason for us to remember Krishna. So in this way, Krishna is giving us an opportunity to remember him, and remembering Krishna means we can go back to Godhead. That is, whenever we remember Krishna, there is no difference between Krishna and his remembrance. Krishna's name, form, everything is same. He is absolute. So there is a definitely we can get an opportunity to go back to Godhead, and at the time of death also we can remember Krishna and we can go back to Godhead. So this is why we should understand the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, and we should learn what is the opulence of Lord Krishna in this material world, which we can understand, which we can remember, or we can perceive it through our senses. So this is the mercy of Lord Shri Krishna towards us, and Arjuna also asking all these questions so that everyone can get benefited. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of today's session. So this is the opulence of Lord Shri Krishna, chapter number 7, chapter number 10. If anybody has any questions, they can ask questions by raising their hands. Netravati Mataji, anybody doing Kirtan?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you
Divyani
can.
Mataji is ready.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Sir. Prabhuji, all 8 verses, it will take 7 to 8 minutes. Should I complete all 8 verses today or 4 of 8 verses?
You have time, Mataji. You can do it.
Yes. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Hare Namaste. Madhuram Madhurebhyopi Mangalebhyopi Mangalam Pavanam Pavanebhyopi Hare Namayva Kevalam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Abrahmasambha Paryatam Sarvamayam Jagat Satyam Satyam Punah Satyam Hare Namayva Kevalam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Sagura Sa Pita Chapi Samata Bandhava Pisa Sikshayat Sadasmatum Hare Namayva Kevalam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Nishwasena hi viswasa Kadarodho bhavishyate Kirtaniyamato balyat Hare Namayva Kevalam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Sada Vasatatra Yatra Bhagavata Jana Gayanti Bhakti Bhavena Hare Namayva Kevalam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Aho Dukkham Mahadukham Dukha Dukha Taram Yata Kachayam Vismrutam Ratna Hare Namayva Kevalam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
दीयतं दीयतं कर्णो नीयतां वचा गीयतां नित्यं हरेर्नामैव केवलम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे प्रणकृत्या जगत्सर्वं राजते सकला परं चिदानन्दमयं शुद्धं हरेर्नामैव केवलम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे थैंक यू प्रभु जी हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा
You can read the translation.
more sweet than all other sweet things, more auspicious than all other auspicious things, the greatest purifier of all purifying things. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. The entire universe, from exalted Brahma down to the lowly clump of grass, is a product of the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord. The only thing that is reality, again I say reality, the holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. That person is a true perceptor or a true father, a true mother, and a true friend also, only if they teach one to always remember. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. There is no certainty when the last breath will come and put an abrupt halt to all one's material plans. Therefore, it is wise to always practice chanting from very childhood. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. Lord Hari eternally dwells in that place where truly exalted, spiritually advanced souls sing in the mood of pure devotion. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. Ah, what a sorrow, what a great sorrow, more painful than any other misery in the world. Mistaking it as a mere piece of glass, the people have forgotten this jewel. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. It should be heard again and again with one's ears. It should be uttered over and over with one's voice. It should be perpetually sung and sung anew. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. It makes the entire universe seem insignificant as a blade of grass. It splendorously reigns supreme over all. It is full of eternally conscious divine ecstasy. It is supremely pure. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. It was very nice. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yeah, this is also opulence of Krishna. Anybody has any questions in today's session? Yeah. Sarita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji, I have one or two questions. One is this, that there are spiritual master whom you call the Shiksha Guru or the Diksha Guru. Who's that? That they say no spiritual master. Who is the one we label him as?
There are gurus. One day Guru, it is told in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Guru Tattva is one, but gurus are many. There are many people who come in our life and guide us in our spiritual practice. So they all are considered as Guru. But there is one person who connects us to the Parampara system.
Okay.
And he is called as Diksha Guru. Rest all will be considered as Shiksha Guru.
Okay. Prabhuji, but it is very difficult to always directly connect with the Diksha Guru.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. No, that they say that only spiritual master can help you. So it's the Shiksha Gurus which help.
Yes.
Both
Both are helping.
Both are helping, because sometimes it's very difficult to connect with we cannot act as easy we are with the Shiksha Guru. Like we can ask you, we cannot go and ask the Shiksha Guru. No.
Yes, Mataji. Shiksha Guru is also important. Diksha Guru also is important. It is very much important to connect to the parampara, because a person gets committed. Otherwise, he may change the philosophy later on, or he may get deviated. But once you commit to the parampara, then the mercy will flow easily. And just like, see this, what we say, initiation or diksha, this will be celebrated in the society as a marriage ceremony itself. For a small children, they do. It is as commitment, as good as that marriage ceremony, where a boy is committing to a girl or girl is committing to a boy throughout his life. Similarly, during the time of Diksha, the disciple is committing to the spiritual master. I will follow all your instructions throughout my life. And the Guru is committing to the disciple that I will take you back to Godhead. So both are committed. If the disciple makes mistake, then Guru is responsible. And if the Guru, he has already taken the responsibility, so he has the responsibility to take that devotee back to Godhead. So from both sides, that commitment is there. That is Diksha system. And apart from that, we have many Shiksha Gurus, and the disciples of the Diksha Guru are also giving us Shiksha, the instructions. Those all are important. We cannot say only Diksha Guru is important. The Diksha Guru himself will tell us to take instructions from certain people, because he may not be able to reach each and every person. In such case, whatever instruction he has given, either directly or indirectly through his disciple, it all becomes important. We should follow all of them.
Yeah, Prabhuji, there was one Kratu Maharaj, he had come here during last one week before. He's a Diksha Guru actually, and some people took Diksha, and there was a big yagya, we did it all, and that the yagya only the Diksha was given. Like you said, no, it's like a marriage ceremony. It was a big ceremony which had happened.
Yes.
And Prabhuji, one more, can you little elaborate on difference between incarnation and vibhutis?
Yeah, incarnation means it is a person who has come here with a spiritual intention. That means the Kumaras, they have their own parampara, or the different incarnations, whatever. What are the examples that is given in the PPT? You can see.
It's the Kumar.
Narada.
And
yeah. See, if you say take all these examples, they all having some spiritual intention. Narada Muni, he is the spiritual master for Dhruva Maharaj. He is a spiritual master for Prahlad Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj, he is an incarnation. He is a Shaktavesha Avatara, where he made this earth, which can be the Prithu. The word Prithu, from that only this Prithvi comes. Prithvi means the daughter of Prithu. So Prithu, he cultivated the land, and he made this land habitable. That means he extracted all the required whatever materials needed for the people to live. So he made that possible, because Prithu's father, his name was Vena. He was a demon. Because of his irreligious activities, the earth had stopped all the production. It was not producing any food and people were in scarcity. So in such case, Prithu Maharaj came and he re-established this earth with a proper civilization, or the habituated all the people in proper position. So that is Prithu Maharaj. And Shesha, who is serving the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, Ananta, these all are people who are the servant of the Lord and they have some spiritual identity. But if you say Vibhuti, it is like anything. If you see a lion in the in the forest, which is so ferocious, very powerful, so that is also an energy of Krishna. But that directly doesn't have any spiritual significance. The Timingila in the ocean, it is also very powerful. It has so much of energy and it is so massive. So that is also an opulence of the Lord. When the atom bomb was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the scientist also was told, oh, this is the opulence of the Lord. This is the energy of the Lord. So anything big, anything great, anything opulent that we see, Yadyad Vibhuti Mat Sattvam, Krishna is himself is telling here. So it is all representing Krishna. This is all called as Vibhuti. And these things are called incarnation. Yeah.
So Vibhuti can be in a negative form also, probably because they said splendor and magnanimous is all what we read in the shloka, that splendor and magnanimous is Krishna. Then what about the one which is suffering and ugly? That also is like an opulence? That also is taken as same way?
No, how can you take that? That cannot.
That's what I'm asking, because if it is if something which is suffering and all, then what do we attribute that to?
That is not opulence, no. Can you call poverty?
No, that won't be opulence, but then that is what, as like they said, he's a punishment. That one of the shlokas came, no, he's the punishment. So probably that is the thing which will take that into.
No, punishment is opulence. Punishing the thief is also opulence. It is done by the king. That can be opulent of the Lord. Dando damayatasmasmi. I am the punishing order. Because there is some magnanimity. He has that much power. The king has power. So it can become an opulence.
So what about the things which are not congenial for the life here? What are the sufferings? What people, those are ugly, those who, what about those things? What they attribute to which part of the Lord, or what are they contributed as?
That is the absence of the Lord. See, everything comes from the Lord. Everything is coming from the Lord means ignorance is also coming from the Lord in that sense. Not only the knowledge comes from the Lord, ignorance also comes from the Lord. But how it is coming, you can say sun is the cause of darkness. Is it true or false?
It's false, but because the sun has traveled somewhere else.
Yeah, sun
cannot see it, actually.
Sun is the cause of the ignorance in his absence.
In a sense.
If there was sun, there won't be any darkness. Because sun is not there, there is darkness. So sun has created the darkness. In that way, because people are not worshipping the Lord, they are in ignorance. Because they are not obeying the Lord, they are in poverty. Because people are not doing sacrifice, then there is scarcity.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Shri Hari Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam. This is in continuation with the question which Sarita Kapoor Mataji was asking. I had a doubt, like Prabhuji, I was discussing with my son. So he was telling me, because we did this ISKCON disciple course recently. And I was telling him now we'll have a spiritual master and a Diksha Guru. So he was questioning me, how many spiritual masters you have? When you joined 2 years back during Corona, you were telling that I am attending Namnishta Das Prabhuji's classes. So that is, he has also heard those classes. Then he told, then you are reading now Sri Prabhupada's books. You're telling us also to read and consider him as Guru. And now you are telling that I'll have one more Guru who will be His Holiness Sri Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. So he was asking me, what are you running after? And then there is, because since childhood we have been taught Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum also. So he's telling how many spiritual masters you are going to have in one life. Can't you stick to one? So who is joining you to Krishna? So he was questioning me that why don't you consider Namnishta Das Prabhuji only as your spiritual master? because you were not committed the way you are now or connected to God the way you are now, because you are listening to him, you are regularly following him, and that is how you connected yourself. Now suddenly out of the blue you are telling me that I am going for this course and this is for this, and explaining me. So there is a doubt, Prabhuji, which I want to clarify, that who will we now that consider our spiritual master?
Yeah, as long as the teaching is same, you have so many spiritual masters. Whatever Lord Shri Krishna spoken to Brahma, whatever Brahma spoken to Narada Muni, whatever instruction Narada Muni has given to Vyasdev, whatever instruction Vyasdev given to Madhvacharya, and in that disciplic succession, whatever instructions that Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given to his disciple Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, from him Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, from him Srila Prabhupada, like that, all these instructions are coming in the parampara, disciplic succession. To whomever you want, you can connect and gain this knowledge. But the present Acharya is Srila Prabhupada, and he has empowered his disciples to become Diksha Guru, to give Diksha. Giving Diksha is, it has to be empowered. That means your spiritual master has to empower you to give the Diksha. Otherwise, it is not possible. And generally, it will be in the sannyasa order. Because among all the varnashrama, sannyasa is like the head of the all varnashrama system. So a sannyasi guru will be giving the Diksha. So in that way, we take Diksha from the spiritual master. So there is no question why you are going to so many people. Whatever name you told just now, they all are coming in the same line, same disciplic succession. So there is no any discrepancy. Just like if you go to first standard, you have one teacher. When you go to second standard, there is another teacher. And when you go to third standard, when you come to your degree, there are so many teachers who have taught you. So can you tell me who is your guru? They all are guru. In the sense of material sense, it is the guru word cannot be used for them because they are not giving transcendental knowledge, but they all are contributing to your material knowledge. And they are not contradicting. In the first standard, one teacher will come and tell you 1 + 1 = 2. And in the second standard, teacher will not tell you, actually 1 + 1 is not 2, actually it is 1 + 2, 1 + 1 is 5. Then you will be in trouble. But because they are maintaining the same knowledge throughout, there is no discrepancy. If you find someone telling other than what you have heard in the from your previous spiritual master or the guru or instructing spiritual master, then there is something wrong. Otherwise, if everything is in line, there is no problem. Everyone is guru. They all are serving the part of guru. And see, Srila Prabhupada had a mood. Srila Prabhupada used to say, Krishna has sent me so many gurus. He was referring to his disciples. When a person comes to a guru for learning, that guru finds that disciple as his guru. Krishna has sent me him to train him so that I can also learn from him. That is the mode how a guru accepts the disciple. So in that sense also it's a guru. Whoever teaches you Bhagavad Gita, he is also getting an opportunity to learn Bhagavad Gita. When we take up the opportunity to teach Bhagavad Gita to someone, that makes us to learn Bhagavad Gita more. That means you are also, in one sense, making him to learn Bhagavad Gita. So that is the mode how Srila Prabhupada used to call his disciples. You all are my gurus. So you cannot say one guru. There are so many gurus, but there is one Guru Tattva, which we all have to learn. And there are different ways of preaching. People preach in different ways. Some people are good at telling stories. Through the stories, they will give the instruction. Some people are good at analyzing the philosophy, and through that, they will give the instruction. And some are good at singing. Some are good at cooking. Cooking is also preaching. If you are very nicely cooking and if you are offering the prasadam, offering the bhoga to the Lord perfectly, then that is also preaching. And that is the easiest way of preaching. You go to your office or you go to your friends and you can just tell, would you like to taste this rasgulla or like gulab jamun? They will not say no. And they will take one and they will become devotees. Srila Prabhupada used to cook this rasgulla, this gulab jamun himself.
ISKCON bullets.
Yeah, it is called ISKCON bullets. Anybody takes one, his tickets to Goloka is booked. So they will definitely go back to Godhead. So that is also preaching. And whatever activity we do, how we deal with other devotees, that is also preaching. Because people are watching us. So everywhere the learning and teaching is going on. So everywhere we have spiritual master. In the 11th canto of Bhagavatam, there is a Avaduta Gita. There are so many spiritual masters. If you get time, you can read it from Srimad Bhagavatam. 11th canto, you can locate the exact chapter by seeing its title. So there you can find so many gurus. So now can you tell me who is the actual guru? There is no actual guru or not actual guru. There is so many people who are giving us instructions in the spiritual science for advancing in spiritual life. They all are taken as spiritual master himself. And there is also option for rejecting the guru. If you find someone is deviating from the instructions from the previous acharya, he can be rejected. I think in the IDC, they will teach you when a spiritual master can be rejected. Yes, that is also possible.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Deepa Rani Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, somewhere in some lecture I heard of the word bad bargain, and in some books also it is written, and that Science of Self-Realization and Bhagavatam book also, bad bargain. So I want to know little detail about this.
Yeah, best use of bad bargain. That is a complete sentence.
Yes.
Best use of bargain means your bag. We have a bag and it is not so useful, but you can still make use of it for some purpose. This material life, it is considered as bad bargain, or it is useless. It is very temporary and it is giving so much of temptations to us, so that we'll commit so more and more mistakes, so more and more sinful activities, and will increase our living in this material world. So that's why it's called as bad bargain. But we should make best use of it by engaging ourselves in Krishna's service. This human form of life is like a junction. Just like in the city, we have a junction. You can take left, you can take right, or you can go straight, and that will change the destination of your life. In the animal form of life, animal, birds, or any other form of life, there is no choice. You just have to live a life. And there is no sin also. If a tiger kills a deer, there is no sin. The tiger, getting the life of a tiger itself is a punishment. And over that, there is no punishment once again. Just like a dog crosses the traffic signal, he will not be punished. Because being in the body of a dog itself is the punishment. Again, over that, there is no punishment. But when a person comes to human form of life, he has the intelligence and he has to choose the right path. But in the human form of life only, we have a lot of opportunity to do sinful activity. So it is very dangerous also. If somebody doesn't take to Krishna consciousness, if he lives like an animal. If an animal lives like an animal, there is no danger. He will advance at any cost. But a human being lives like an animal, he will degrade himself.